Shoot out the group, don't got no work on. Oh, faggot ass niggas, so we get the Glock to twerk on him. The nigga beef with me, I bet it's by the hoe. Now he gotta go, now I'm like Vomino. She said I was too young, got the moment. Bitch was 32 when I hollered at her. And when I hit it, I didn't call out. No, baby, it can't be no weed, so she done with me. No, baby, it can't be no weed, so she done with me. I might as well just D.I.E. put me 6 feet deep, yeah. I hate it when my mama say she see my daddy in me. That's when I get to talking shit, he could never be me. I'm just lying, I'm just kidding. He did drugs and didn't make good decisions, but I could feel it in my heart, he had good ass intentions. He lost his life in the same hood I was chilling. I got my mind on a mission, that's why the shit that I be rapping so different. You wanna do is show me to your friends. You don't really love me like you say you do. You don't really love me like you say you do. You don't really love me like you say. Pull up at the store with some weed and a handgun. 357, you wish you had one. Say he the shooter out the group, don't got no work on. Oh, faggot ass niggas, so we get the Glock to twerk on him. The nigga beef with me, I bet it's by the hoe. Now he got.
Yo, what up, y'all? Hey, man, drop me some in the chat. Let me know who in here. I can see when y'all come in. I just can't see who in. Man, is the game to be sold and not told? Or is it the other way around? Is it the other way around? B. Hogan, what up, bro, man? What's going on? I want to just have a little chat about something, a topic that came up when I was talking to one of my boys today. They said the game is to be sold and not to be told. I just kind of want to elaborate on that. How many people feel like that's the case? The game is to be sold and not to be told. What's y'all thoughts on that, man? Let's talk about that a little bit. I just dropped the link in there. If y'all want to come on, hit that link. And what up? The living room up in this joint with me. Special guest from the living room. What we do to deserve this? Some living room love. I appreciate that. Hey, is the game to be sold and not to be told? Or is the game to be told and not sold? Y'all see a link I just dropped in there, man. It's a StreamYard link. You will see it. It's in the comments. Jump on that. Jump in. Let's chop it up. Man, my opinion is I don't think everything to be sold. Like, there's some things to be sold directly, like a business, but information, I don't think information is to be sold. Now, if somebody made you buy the information, that's on you. But just because you paid for the information, that don't mean you got to sell it to the next person, man. You say it's both. Why you say that, Ant? Jump on that link. Jump in, bro. Holler at me. Why you say it's both? You know what I mean? Like, if you bought the game, that don't mean you got to sell a game. Like, shit, that I feel like it turned into a pyramid scheme at that point. You be like, well, shit, I had to buy it, so the next man got to buy their way too, because I had to pay to learn X, Y, and Z. So it's only right that I sell it to the next guy. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, information is something that, you know, a rising tide lifts all boats. I believe in that wholeheartedly. So if you get that game to somebody else, then somebody gonna get some game to you. You know what I mean? It create a karma thing. What goes around comes around. If you start selling game to people, hopefully you expect a bad game too from the next person, and don't just think you the only one allowed to sell game. Like, you're not buying a product or merchandise. Now, I understand if you're doing business. If you're doing business, yes. But if you're having conversation with some people that you legitimately mess with, some people that you're trying to build with, some people that you really do want to see do better, you're going to sell them the game. You're going to sell them your knowledge or information. Now, you know, I get it to a certain extent. It probably took you years and years to gain the knowledge that you have, the experience that you went through to have that type of information. But do you sell it or do you just be careful about who you give that information to? Because information itself is a form of currency. Information itself is a form of currency. So you sell the information. That's the game, right? We're talking about information. So is it to be sold and not told? I think it's majority to be told. I think it's a little piece that comes into the play of selling. Because if I buy it from you, I pay you one time to get that information. It's up to me at that point. I can give it away for free. You still ain't making no money off of it. You sell me the game for $10, whatever information. Like, but in this dog game, people don't necessarily mean it like that. I feel like they mean like, if you don't shop with me, then I'm not going to necessarily help you out. Shit, be like, damn, yo, so and something just happened to my dog. You know, what do I do about this X, Y, and Z? They're going to tell you, bro, why don't you ask the dude you bought your dog from? I get it. I get it. I get it, right? Is that what we talking about when we said a game not to be sold, not to be told? Or like, yo, don't ask me for information when you went and bought a dog from somebody else that don't even care to talk to you. Kayla, how you doing? What's up? What's up? Is that what they mean? Like, yo, don't talk to me when you went and spent money with somebody else. Is that part of the game, is to be sold and not to be told? I buy a puppy from Kayla, and then I call Aunt up and say, Aunt, man, look, let me tell you what happened to my dog. Can you help me out? And Aunt say, shit, Ray, you better call Kayla. That's who you spent your money with. Damn. Is that what we mean? Sold or not told? Is that what we mean? Jones, what up, bro? You got to watch them snakes. I mean, that's always a part of everything we do, watching snakes. I hope you good, bro. Hope you ain't let them too close to you. Elijah, what's going on? What's going on? So, like, don't shop with somebody else and then ask me for information. I kind of get that, man. If you just put a few $1,000s in somebody's pocket, they should be able to have some time for you to answer your question. But because I did not put a few $1,000s in your pocket, you don't have time for me, even if we've been rocking. Brandon, what up? What up? What up? There's always a chance you buy from Ant next because he had your back. I definitely get both sides. Right. If I'm rocking with somebody, you know, I'm gonna definitely try to spend money with them. But you know, that's even outside of the game, selling and telling. I'm just gonna try to, you know, deal with people that I know because we built a relationship together, and I want to kind of keep that close. Left hand, wash the right hand. Both hands, wash the face. However you want to, go about that. I'd rather keep the money in the community if that's possible, close to my people, and then we can just bounce back and forth. But if it's a stranger that's coming around, you got an opportunity to teach somebody something. Are you willing to teach them for free, or they got to buy their way? Lando, what's up, bro? What's up? How you doing, man? Man, how you feel about what's going on in the bully community? What's your take? Be more specific, bro. It's way too much happening in the bully community. It's something every day, man. So you know what I mean? Just be straightforward with that question. Don't even try to bite your tongue. Ask me outright what you trying to say. Chris, what's going on, bro? I ain't seen you in a while, man. How you doing, man? That's some dog talk, Chris. I appreciate you. Chris, one of my people I met when I was living in Florida when I was doing music. So he not one of our dog people, but he always welcome anytime I'm doing anything. Hey, bro, it's a lot of hate. It's a lot of hate in this community, unfortunately. You get that anytime it's money involved, money and competition. Somebody worry about the next person. Guidance comes in many shapes, sizes, styles, and as long as it's from a good, positive place, I'm open to it. Right. So if that guidance, even if that guidance is coming from a good, positive place, you open to paying for it? Is it positive if you gotta buy it? Because now you don't really even need a relationship. So they might as well throw up a course. They might as well put up an online course or write an ebook if I got to pay for it. That's how I feel. How do you feel about Grim in the co-own situation? Okay. Yeah, well, you got right to it that time. So let me say this, man, about the Grim and the co-own situation. I don't know Sam. I don't know Khan. I know Sam about this much more than I know Khan. I did business with Sam before. I locked in Grim. I use Grim. You know, my program pretty much built around Grim. I use Grim. And when I did that, I reached out to Khan. He didn't respond to me. And then I said, oh, Sam, a co-owner on the dog too. I reached out to Sam. Sam responded to me. What they got going on between each other, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know the truth. And I don't know how deep that rabbit goes down the hole. So I ain't going to go and try and find it. I did business with Sam. Some of the best business I did since I've been in the dog community. When it was time for me to do my breeding, the semen was held up. It was in the winter. It was snowing. The semen got held up. Shit, it was probably like February, like 2 years ago. The semen got held up in Indianapolis somewhere. They got snowed out there. The planes couldn't leave, right? So I looked at it. My shit was in one spot for like 2 days. So we getting from the point where we moving from like AI to surgical. So I hit him up. I'm like, bro, you know, this what's going on with my tracking, blah, blah, blah. I can't really get, you know, whatever. I sent him the information. What we gonna do? He said, man, I gotta get myself out of the driveway. I'm gonna drive to my nearest airport. I'm gonna pull the dog again. I'm gonna ship it to your nearest airport cargo. All you gotta do is go to the airport and get your semen. You gotta pay for the cargo though. You know, you gotta pay another shipping. So yeah, I paid another shipping, but I didn't lose my breeding. And we know what Grim price was 2 years ago. That to me, that was the type of investment that you make. That don't tell me I gotta wait another 6 months to do a breeding like this. And he didn't. He said, I'm gonna get to the airport and I'm gonna ship your shit out cargo. And that's what he did. And we had 8 puppies. So outside of that, all I can say is the business has been A1. I met Sam in person. The business was A1. I used Golden Child. I went through Sam. He called me. He said, damn, bro, I know your name. I know your number. You DCB Ray. Yeah, you did business with us before. I appreciate that. I'm familiar with the people that do business with me. So even if Sam don't talk to y'all or nothing like that, bro, on top of his game. I can't say nothing more than that except for the business has been exceptional. And in the meantime, that man is grieving a dog, a loss of a family member to him. I don't really got nothing to speak on it. Whatever they're going through, he came out, he spoke publicly on it, and he said that he gonna be going live today. So he gonna speak on it so we can really, you know, really get down to the bottom of that. I ain't mean to ramble on, but I have nothing bad to say about Khan. I had nothing bad to say about Sam. I never dealt with Khan, and every time I dealt with Sam, the business has been a fucking one. And you grow to respect people that do good business in this game. All right, now we're gonna get back to this, man. I'm sorry about that. Let's get back up here, man. A lot of comments came in while I was rambling. Let me get back in it. What I missed? I'm sorry, y'all. Can I even show the comments? Guys, comments in the shake chair. That's why I left off at my boy Chris. Same old same, doing great, brother. Hope you are too. Yeah, hey, listen, man. I don't have the same struggles you have with dogs, but I had the same struggles with beef and pork. Oh man, you got cattle? Talk to me, bro. Let's figure that out. You dealing with beef and cattle and it's the same struggle? Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sweet Jane. So if you build a relationship with someone and that person deals with someone you're not really cool with, should that stop the business between y'all? That's crazy. I don't know, Sweet. What you think, bro? Hey, what y'all think about this? If you build a relationships with someone and that person deals with someone you're not really cool with, should the business stop between y'all? So he's saying person 1 and 2 cool. Let's say person 1 not cool with person 3, but person 2 built a relationship with person 3. Should 1 stop dealing with person number 2? We need more information on that. I need more information on that. I can't really judge it based on that. You got to tell me more about like that situation, man. Hey, look, I grow my own feed. I have to buy some feed. I supplement with all I can. But when I got to sell pork for $7 a pound to make 25 cents a pound, and people around me selling pork, I can't even wait. It's my hey, look, you need to tap in with them. So that's what I'm saying. That's an opportunity. If I'm doing this and somebody else doing that, I know it's probably like a competitive sport, but can you tap in with a person and be like, damn, bro, how you able to move it at this rate? You know what I mean? Is that a learning opportunity? You might have to buy that game. That's real competitive. So I don't know if he's gonna sell you that game. I mean, I don't know if he can give you that game for free. You had to buy it. Yes, I will buy, but it's the difference between taking advantage of someone and being honest. Yeah. So, you know, how do you decipher the taking advantage of? You really don't know that you got taken advantage of until it's too late. Difference between people being too emotional. My one-on-one. In the streets, yeah, not in the bully game. All right. So when we say in the streets and not in the bully game, do you think some things can apply to the streets and not the bully game? Do you think some things can apply to business and not outside of business? Like morals don't turn on and turn off. Just because you walked in a building, your morals gonna be the same. When I go to a dog show, I don't go in there and say, let me put on these new morals. Let me put on the way I live life. Let me put this on differently when I step inside the door. Bro, I'm gonna stand on what I stand on in the dog game. I'm gonna stand on what I stand on in the business world. I'm gonna stand on what I stand on in the streets. The only difference is how I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go from, you know what I mean? I ain't gotta get into the language, but you know what I'm saying? Stop the shenanigans, man. Okay. Yeah. All of that. But no, the morals should not change, man, just because you're in a new environment. Meaning, if Khan is right, how do we go about Sam? Do y'all lose respect, or that ain't our business? No, that's everybody's personal business. That's your personal situation. Like how you gonna move forward with that anyway. At the end of the day, mostly a lot of people weighing in on some stuff that ain't never really shot with neither one of them guys. So probably at the end of the day saying, yo, I ain't gonna fuck with Sam no more. Did you fuck with him before? I ain't gonna support his business no more. Did you support him before? I ain't breed to none of his dogs. Did you breed to him before? Or you gonna say the same thing about Khan? Like, bro, your words don't have no weight on them. It don't matter. Like you move how you move. Now that goes back to me in the streets, dog game, whatever, however you want to separate it. Your morals gonna be your morals. If you don't mess with somebody who you think doing bad business, stand on it. Stand on it. But in the meantime, man, I say like just wait till it all comes out. Like don't try to judge. We on the middle of the book and you trying to predict the ending of it. Just wait. It'll come to light. They say a local grown, but they are bound out of state and calling it local grown. I can't do that. See, your morals won't allow you to do that. Your morals won't allow you to do that, Chris. Now you're going to end up getting left behind, bro. But I'm telling you like this, Chris, I don't know if this beef tastes better than your beef, but if I see some for 7 pounds and I see some for 4 pounds, I can almost feed my kids twice as much with this guy for the price that you're going to let me feed my kids once. I'm going to have to box you out because I got to feed my family. You better figure something out. You better buy it out of state, then grow it locally, And then the next batch can be local grown. But that first batch, man, you gotta get ahead of the power curve, bro. God brings everything to light. And remember, long-term money always better than the right now money. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fast money don't last money. That's what they say. Fast money don't last money. I've always heard that before. I was supposed to do a Luca Brasi breeding. Semen got to me and wasn't any good. I called him, let him know what my vet said. Sam didn't question anything. I said and sent new semen overnight to my vet, and I was able to still do the breed the very next day because of his fast acting at A1 business. You hear that a lot, man. You hear that a lot. You hear that a lot. I don't really know what people on between the two of them. I don't even know why I gotta be with a rock with one and not the other. I don't know why it gotta be a side choosing. Why everybody just can't still rock with both of them and let them have their own personal differences? Well, I guess the chat said that should not affect the business you and the other person that have nothing to do with the next man. If y'all have a problem, that's between y'all. Yeah, I can feel like the chat. I can understand the chat feeling that way, but I'm not the chat. And if I'm messing with somebody on a business level and there's bad business on a third party, I feel like y'all might as well have been working together at that point. Like morals, man. Morals got to move, be consistent. Morals got to be consistent all the way around. I can't tell my homie in the dog game not to sell a dog because I don't like another breeder. He got to handle that business. I can't tell my homie in the dog game not to sell a dog because I don't like another breeder. Yeah, that'd be different though. That'd be different. But if you got a homie that's in the dog game and he trying to sell a dog or he trying to buy a dog from somebody you don't really deal with, and if this your homie, you're gonna tell him to put money in that man's pocket that did bad business with you, or you gonna tell your homie like, look, he bad business. And after you tell your homie he bad business, of course your homie can do what he want to do. But after you say he bad business, and then your homie go and shop with him anyway, and then he do bad business with your homie, you tell your homie, I told you. So don't bother me with that no more. You go and do that. You got to leave it at that. People got to remember it's a business first, and emotion should never come between business. That's hard though. That's hard because people think with their emotions. People have their emotions tied to their money. That's really what it be. That's really what it be about. Like somebody said earlier, it'd be a whole lot of hating going on. Like because somebody move a certain way, you think that slowed down your money. You think that emotional stuff you be on, not you, but that emotional stuff that people be on, cause it's probably because it changed something. It changed something. People be doing stuff with this dog money. People be taking them lock-ins and they be burning it before they do the business. So when somebody else come through and they change up what you used to getting, you get emotional. The 500s that used to come every day ain't coming no more. You didn't went on a couple of vacations, then a vacation stopped. You get emotional. You get emotional about that business stuff because you wasn't doing business right anyway. One of the ones important from out of state. I just wait patient, but in the meantime, whatever I don't sell, I know exactly what my family is eating. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're dealing with some real problems down there in Texas. Yeah. Brandon, facts. I think he's talking about facts about this. Yeah, facts about that. Yeah. You still gotta have morals though, even when it comes to business. Yeah. You gotta have morals. Have to treat everyone as business and don't grow personal relationships with people. Everyone don't. That's a tough one. You know what I mean? You have to treat everyone as a business and don't grow personal relationships with people. Everyone don't move the same. So you're saying like everybody in this dog game, they treat the dog game as a business, and then they start meeting people, and you can't have a personal relationship with these people that you're meeting, just keep it at face value. Just say, yeah, I met so and so, but we just do dogs. Like, if that was the case, then you know what I mean? What's the point of even giving a nigga your phone number and be like, "I'll let me offline"? If we gonna treat everything like that, you know what I mean? Bro, call me between the hours of 9 to 5. If you can't get up with me, send me an email. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna see me on Facebook, don't hit me because it's a business. So, but if we building relationships, how do you know what I mean? How do you just leave it at that? You know, everybody don't move the same. So if you're not building relationships with people, you got to keep it strictly business. Once you start building a relationship with somebody and then you say this is strictly business, you starting to be fake already, because you should have checked that business at the door before you started taking past the business and start kicking it with a nigga, hollering at niggas after hours, hollering at niggas in the morning, just really building like more than that. And if we strictly business, then let's just meet at the door with contracts. You even tell us about how we're going to communicate with each other. If that's your response to the scenario, then with the con thing, if Sam effed him over, then naturally not want to F with that person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you did. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Would you tell your homie not to F with Sam if it came out facts that he F'd over Con? I don't think I would. I'll tell my homie to go view that situation for himself, because I don't have no personal dealings in that relationship. The only time I'll tell somebody not to do it is if I can speak first person and say, bro, this happened to me. This happened to me directly. I got the facts. I got the proof. I know this is the dirt. I speak on it and say, don't rock with this. But what they got going on, I'll tell him, hey, man, go see the proof for yourself and you be the judge. But at the end of the day, somebody did something crazy. There's more to the story, but I'm going to let it be, fam. Good live, though. I appreciate it, Jones. I appreciate it. My other business, the only way I make it is by treating people like it's not business. So your relationships, you building your relationships helps your business out there. Build a rapport from the relationships. Exactly. People got to remember this game, or the game is never guaranteed money, and people assume it is. It's not at any given time. Your state can ban the breed and everyone takes an L. Right. That can be any given time. Like that they did that in the UK. I think they're still fighting that. I really ain't kept up on it, man. It was hot news at one point, but I don't know what happened after a while. It'd be hot and then it's not. It'd be a talking point and then it's not. So I don't really know. But yeah, this nothing in this game is guaranteed. But when I build relationships with people, man, it be more than dogs to me. You know, if it's only dogs, then we can just leave it at that. If this breed was to get banned, then we would just go our separate ways. But I've met people doing dogs that if this breed goes away tomorrow, I'll still keep in contact with them, man. That's just bigger. It's bigger than, it's bigger than a dog at that point. So Scott, calm down, girl. I can't treat each client as just a number. With my other business, I make sure every client feels like they are my only client. So that's game. You plan a game at that point. You got to make everybody happy with the service you're providing, the service that they're paying for. There's no problem with that, man. So is the game to be sold? Is the game not to be sold? Sold or told? How many people willing to work with somebody new in this game who pretty much come in and they don't know anything? How many people willing to work with that person? Credit card processing. How many people willing to work with that person? That person comes in the game, they don't know anything. They don't even have money. They don't have an idea. They just know that they want to breed. They got a good heart. You really dealing with somebody who ain't got the money to be there. Relationships are very important to most good men and good sisters, but it goes back to morals, and everyone doesn't have good morals, which is crazy. It tells people upbringings to me, honestly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you see it a lot when you start bringing dogs into the situation. You will see where people morals are, because it's been people I messed with my whole life. I put a dog in their hands and we're not cool no more. So it'd be crazy, man. 3 out of 10 are willing to talk and one will convert. All right, Kayla, you got a nice little paragraph up here. Let's read through it. I think it's circumstantial. If I just don't really like someone, then who cares? If someone has drastically negatively impacted my life, I would assume my real people would not support them. I don't mean like shun them. I just wouldn't expect my people to help third party thrive. I just see how people act and move forward accordingly. I've learned that expecting people to have the same intentions as you is the fastest way to break your own heart, unfortunately. Right, man. I feel every part of this. I feel. Yeah, that's an important lesson to learn too, man. Is to don't expect what you expect from yourself, from others. That's a great lesson to learn. But it takes a long time to learn that. You just feel like you being genuine is a normal thing, or the way that you act is a normal thing. And just because that person do something differently, that don't mean that person don't rock with you either, or that person isn't genuine to themselves. They just don't live by your standards. So I don't even think that necessarily makes it a bad thing, unless you speak to that person ahead of time. But after it happens and you let them know, like, hey man, this is where I stand on that situation, then it's clear at that point. If they still move a certain way after it's been explained, now you turn the unknowing to intent. So when I see you still move the same way, I didn't know is no longer an excuse, because now it just became intentions. So once you intently move like that, I can judge you based on my standards now, because I already explained it to you. My man, trying to get my forehead. Hey, Chris, man, I appreciate you popping in, bro, man. I ain't talk to you in a minute, bro. Drop me a line in my inbox, man. Let's catch up. Yeah, you used to send me a lot of vids, bro. It's always love, man. Let's catch up. Send me something, bro. Fact, you can't expect people to be you. You can't expect people to be you. You can't expect people to respond the way that you would respond. And you can't expect people to react the way that you will react based on you doing something to them. You're only responsible for your actions. The reaction to that is justified, no matter how far the person take that reaction, because you are not them. Just don't give people a reason to react. That's true. And I had to learn that, honestly. Yeah, you do got to learn that, honestly. Yeah, I know. Sam about to go live at 8 a.m. and I'm gonna do the same thing. Not live here. I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna check out Sam live. Because I really like Grim. Grim a big part of my program. It's unfortunate that it happened. I don't like to be involved in people drama, but I do like to be in the know about what's going on in this community, and especially with dogs that are in my program. I do like to be in the know. Joel, what's going on, bro? How you doing today, man? I appreciate you for tapping in. The conversation is, man. Well, unfortunately, the conversation about to wrap up, but it's the game to be sold or told. That's really what we're talking about. And then, it kind of went into, some relationship building stuff, like building relationships, whether you keep it personal, business, how do you separate that? But, we originally started off talking about, is the game to be sold or is the game to be told? Mike Lanier, what's good? What's good, man? Yeah. I'm only going to be in here for a couple more minutes, man. It's almost like we got a State of the Union address going on in the bully community, man. He's talking about Sam Liam going live, being public. That's really not his character. You probably didn't. He never heard too much about him going live. When he does, he ain't talking. He's showing you a dog or something. But you know, for him to be here, that's, you know, gotta be in the know. Hey, but setting boundaries for yourself is never something to be sorry for. Also, still learning that. Right. You gotta set your own boundaries. Like, what's your limit to how much you can take before you decide that, okay, now it's affecting me? Because when you don't set boundaries, you let that affect you while the other person benefits from you being hurt by the lack of boundaries. And they don't even know you hurt. The game is to be sold and told. Right, right. That's what a lot of people were saying. And then we was trying to get up with that separation point. Like, where, at what point do you tell it and what point do you sell it? You know, we're really trying to figure that point out. It's sold, but most preach about it being told. I don't know. I feel like if you buy the game, you bought it accidentally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you buy the game, to me, it's you bought a mistake. So you learn from that that mistake. Like, you buy your first bullied dog in this game, and you think you got something, then you realize you don't have it. You just bought some game. But what you bought was a learning lesson. Like, that wasn't the type of game that you really wanted, but you also can learn from whatnots. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not learn from a whatnot. I want to get it right the first time, so I ain't gotta, you know, spend that type of money to learn the wrong way. You live and you learn. We are responsible for our own decision makings and actions. At the end of the day, do your research before you jump head first on someone you never met in person. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know what I mean? It goes every which way that it can possibly go, man. You know, people gonna show you red flags, whatever it is. You know, trust your gut. Trust your gut. You go against your gut, then you know you end up in you're gonna end up in a bad situation. But you know, some things you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And then even by the time you know that, that's late. So, you know what I mean? You live and you learn a lesson. You learn a lesson from the bad decisions that you make. So, you know what I mean? That's, as long as you don't repeat that same mistake twice, man, I feel like I respect it. You know, you live and you learn. But you can't blame yourself from somebody else misdoing stuff. Even if somebody else do you dirty, don't be like, oh man, that's my fault. I should have caught it. Nah, not really. You shouldn't be out here moving a certain way. If I didn't catch it, I should not have had to, you know, I shouldn't have been in a position to catch you being shiesty. Nigga, move with good intentions, especially when you're around good people. Nigga, you don't move like that when you're around people that's solid, you know. Bro, can you pick up on this conversation again for sure? Because I want to say something. Yeah, man. You can say something anytime you want, man. But yeah, I'm definitely about to jump on here. No Pad Talks today, man. Pad Talks is on Friday, bro. Pad Talks is on Friday. Is it really so? Let's be honest. Probably not, man. If you got a bad, man, it's you done bought the wrong information. If you're gonna sell it, you gotta ensure you're open to all the demons and our song. And the issue is mostly only opening some of the beans after the game was sold. This the last comment I'm gonna address, man, and I'm gonna jump off, man. I'm gonna see what's going on over there. I've been really fortunate to have an amazing group of mentors. I will always be thankful for that. I'll pass along what I can to those who prove their worth. The time it takes to do so, pay it for it, and help the breed all in one. Right. Always pay it for it. Always pay it for it. And just because some, you know, if you run into a bad situation, don't let that change who you are as a person. Like your morals. If somebody do bad business with you, don't say, oh, I'm done with this game. You know what I mean? Like take a, you know, learn from it and say, hey, you know, what did I overlook that time? Did I move too fast? Where could I have improved on my character judgment? You got to be a good judge of character too. So sometimes you end up in a situation, if you're dealing with, you know, a certain type of people, they'll show you what they want to show you, and you still end up making a bad decision. You know, it happens to the best of us. Some people mistakes are bigger than others. Some people mistakes cost them money. Some people mistake cost them heartache. You know, just whatever you do when you make that mistake, just be willing to stand on it. Whatever it takes, you know, you got to know your own part and you fucking up too. You know what I mean? Just because somebody did you wrong or a situation went bad, that don't mean you did everything right either. You may not have did something wrong morally, but check yourself at the door and say, damn, I should have did this. I could have done that. Let me add this into my protocols. Let me add that into my protocols. Because hindsight is 2020. Once it happened, you can look back and them red flags started becoming real vibrant. You know, pick up on those red flags. Write it out, man. But I'm gonna jump off here, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I just wanted to, just have a little conversation, man. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good night, man, and be safe as always.